This feels somehow familiar. You've noticed it too. The higher elements seem to be present here. Like in the old schoolhouse? That's time, space, and mirage, right? The three that aren't usually active? What do you think's causing that to happen? Who knows? Something's clearly out of balance, but beyond that, I couldn't say. The monsters are significantly more dangerous compared to before too. I can sense it. We're going to need to tread lightly. Gotcha. That thing's huge! It must be this park's ruler. We actually fought it during our field study the last time we were here. It doesn't look too happy about us stepping on its turf. What's going on? Are our Arcus units resonating? Feels like there's some immense power welling up from inside me too. Seems like you're the cause, Rean. What do you mean by that? We can worry about it later. Let's take this thing down. Roger.
Watch out! This is a tough one!
Rean and Tobal can now use overdrive when linked with one another. About overdrive. Overdrive is an ability triggered during battles that boosts the power of Arcus combat links. It restores EP, HP, CP, and clears all status abnormalities for both the character who activates it and their partner. While in this state, they can act uninterrupted for 3 consecutive turns, and all attacks and crafts performed will unbalance enemies. In addition, all arts can be cast instantly. Dang.
My turn!
Well, I want to use the overdrive, but because like obviously if I use it right away, then I'll restore it during the rest of the fight. But I kind of want to wait one turn.
All right, let's do this.
So that I take some damage.
Leave it to me. I'm up. I'm up! Let's move! Sure thing.
Also, I want to point out that the first time I played this game,
Here I go.
I actually don't remember overdrive at all, but the first time I played this game, I remember thinking how much I hated this park.
Gotcha.
And I almost wanted to stop playing because
Ready to go.
You only have 2 members, and then on top of that, they make all the really hard stuff, the death blows and vanish and stuff show up. It's like the game's just going like, "Hey, we just figured we'd make this harder for you for no reason at all." Okay, so now is a good time to use overdrive.
Here goes. Overdrive.
Alright, so all arts are instant cast.
Yeah! I'm up!
Okay.
Here you go! My turn!
And all attacks will unbalance him.
Ha! Now's our chance! Gotcha! I'm up!
Alright, I mean that was okay. It wasn't...
Let's move!
Maybe I should have used my S-Craft, but I don't see any benefit to using S-Craft while in overdrive.
Gather on my blade! go.
Like, it seems to me the best idea. I have to think about this. But it seems like the best idea is actually to use.
Ready to go.
Okay. Is it seal? I think it's seal. I always forget what they call it in this game. Oh great, I only had one of those. Okay.
Sure thing.
I mean, I've got Kyria. Now I think about it, I think I do.
Let's move.
Must be the other one. But doesn't matter, he did his thing, so I'm good.
Ready to go. Here you go.
But anyway, the fights are not easy, and you only have 2 members, and then on top of that, they throw like the whole, like also, all like death blow and vanish and stuff happens. Like, kind of mean. Kind of mean.
Sure thing.
I'm being a crybaby, but I don't care.
Here I go. All right, let's do this. Understood. Sure thing. Time to stop holding back.
I will say I had a much easier time this time than I did when I played it the first time. But I knew what to expect, so that's part of the reason why.
This is gonna hurt. Rebellion storm. Let's move. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Whew, we're alive. I'm surprised we managed with just the 2 of us. Now we just need to figure out what happened back there. Celine, you said I was the cause, didn't you? That's right. I could feel the link between the 2 of you becoming stronger. And the power that made it possible came from you, Rean, because you're an awakener. That doesn't really explain anything. Sorry, but that's all I know. I'm just telling you what I felt. I've got no idea what caused it to happen. You know, this could be a huge advantage for us if we can learn to master it. No arguments here. Well, practice makes perfect, so let's try to use it as much as possible. Oh, glad we made it out of there. The higher elements don't seem to be active outside of the park from what I can tell. Although something still feels off. It feels like something is starting to happen here in Erebonia. As to what, you got me. Just saying something doesn't make it sound very good. Let's put that off for now and start with gathering some info. How much control the Noble Alliance has in this area and all that fun stuff. It'd be ideal if we could find out at least that before we get to town. Oh, I know who we could ask. There should be a farmhouse nearby. Want to start by asking there? Don't see why we shouldn't. Just make sure that you don't end up drawing suspicion. Naturally, I'll be keeping my mouth shut as long as we're in front of people. Got it, I'll show you to the way. Hey there, who might you two be? Don't think I've ever seen you around these parts. Anything we can help you with? You actually look awfully familiar, young man. Have we met? Actually, we're traveling merchants, you see. We just got here too, so we don't exactly have the best grasp on the current situation. That's why we'd appreciate it if we could get some info from the locals. Traveling merchants, huh? Must be rough for you guys. Well, we'd be glad to give you a rundown of things if that's what you're looking for. Wow, he really is resourceful. Thank you. Rean inquired about the state of things in Celtic over the past month. To be honest, it hasn't been too crazy here. In fact, you could say it's been almost peaceful. There have been no major battles or anything. Yeah, mainly because the Noble Alliance is dominating. Granted, Celtic itself has been pretty tense since everything started. I see. How about your farm then? Safe to assume things haven't changed much on that front. Not exactly. With all the restrictions on the railroad network, among other things, we've been feeling the effects of the war. The Grand Market's taken a massive hit too, thanks to these train restrictions, which only makes our situation worse. Yeah, almost everything we produce here gets sold off at the market. Doesn't help that the provincial army's been oh my gosh, my brain just went blank. I don't know how to say that word. Doesn't help that the provincial army's been requesting goods from people lately too. I don't know what that word is. Sigh, here's hoping things go back to normal soon. You're preaching to the choir. This might sound like an odd request, but you haven't seen any students around this area recently, have you? Students? Can't say we have. Why do you ask? Oh, no real reason. Just curious. We'll get out of your hair now. Thanks for the update. Should make our lives a bit easier. No worries. Just watch your backs if you're gonna be here for a while. Thanks for the warning. We'll keep our eyes open. It was probably a stretch to hope for any leads around here. Well, we did get some info that the Noble Alliance is up to. But yeah, let's check out Celtic for now. I don't expect we'll run into much trouble while we're there. You know the way, right? Yeah, south down the highway. It'd only take a few hours on foot from here. You wondering how things are over in Trista? If it's bugging you that much, we could always go take a look. Do we have the time? Not for detours. Celtic's right over there. I know we're short on time, but still, it's obvious that it's on your mind. And trust me, people work better if they got less on their mind to weigh them down. You sure you don't mind? All I want is to get a rough idea of how things are in the region. That shouldn't take up too much time, I think. I'm up for it. Let's get this over with. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Bah, looks like they've set up a checkpoint. All those armored cars, and they've even got a few soldats on watch too. Man, I can't believe they've got those things stationed at checkpoints. Looks like Trista's being really heavily guarded. This route does lead to the capital as well, so that's no surprise. Well, there's no getting through here, unfortunately. Sorry, this was a waste of time. Not at all. Thanks to you, I can get back to focusing on the task at hand. Seriously, thanks. No need to thank me. To be honest, I was just hoping I'd be able to get in contact with old Mitch. Oh, didn't realize you guys were that close. Celine was always around him when he was breaking out sardines. Maybe. I've known him for years. I figured talking to him would be the fastest way to figure out what's going on elsewhere in the country. Oh well. Well, we're not going to achieve much hanging around here. We'd best get out of here before they spot us. Yeah, we're not too far from Celtic. It's been a while since the last time I was in Celtic. Those farmers said that things were tense here, but I was expecting worse. Yeah, it doesn't actually seem that bad, even with the old armored cars here and there. That's probably evidence of how much this war is going in the Alliance's favor. So they let that get to their heads, have they? We should start asking around to see if we can get anything out of the townsfolk. Here's hoping someone knows something about the rest of Class 7. Right. Oh, but one warning. I'm sure you don't need me to tell you this, but you're pretty high on the Noble Alliance's wanted list. Even if you're in plain clothing, try not to stand out too much. Otherwise, it's all over. Shouldn't we have bought him a hat or something then? Like, that seems like I would have bought him a hat. Understood. Maybe we could do like Superman. Give him some glasses. No one would know who he is then. Okay, let's get to work. Really cannot be bothered with anything right now. Especially with the Grand Market as dead as it is. Is that a Thor's uniform? Huh? Pretty sure I know your face somewhere. Black hair, diligent attitude. Rean? Is that you? Becky? You know her? Yeah, we're in the same year at Thor's. How'd you wind up here, Becky? Oh, hold up. You're the one that should be explaining yourself first. You can tell me all about Blondie here while you're at it. Okay, maybe we should all calm down a little first. Rean gave her a brief explanation of how he'd come to visit Celtic. Well, I was dapper thinking I'd understand any of that. So basically you're looking for the rest of Class 7. That's the gist of it. You managed to make it from Thor's to here on your own, right? Color me impressed. Truth is, Hugo secured an escape route for us. That's how I managed to make it back all the way here. He was the student working at Class VII Company, if I remember correctly. Helps, huh? Does that mean he's not here now? I've got no idea what happened to him after that. We Bam chose the worst time to act all cool. It might be a little insensitive of me to ask right now, but do you have any info about Thor's or the other students? Anything on Class 7 in particular would be a huge help. The girl I escaped with is over at the church. Other than that, I got Hee-Haw. The Provincial Army don't really care much about us normal students either. Really. I was questioned a fair bit when I first got here, but after that they just let me do whatever. It's probably enough for them just knowing they can keep an eye on you. The second you start acting suspicious, they can swoop in and toss you in the slammer. And they probably see Class 7 as the most suspicious of all. Yeah, I know we'll have to sleep with one eye open around here. Well, thanks for letting us know, Becky. Just try to lay low for now. Aye, that was the plan. Not like I've got the motivation to do anything with the grand markets in this sad state. Ugh. Come on, we just want your company for a while. There's no need to resist, you pretty thing you. We don't bite. My apologies, but I'm in the middle of doing some work for the church and I happen to be underage too, so... Come on now, no need to be so quick to say no. Just come from the guardhouse, pour us a few drinks, and you'll be fine. If you really don't want to come with us, though, we do have other options open to us. You'd be surprised how easy it is to bring a girl like you in. We don't even need a good reason to arrest you. But are these guys for real? There has to be a way to stop them. Hold up, let me handle this one. Goodness me, you wouldn't happen to be soldiers from the provincial army, would you? Huh? Oh, lucky me. I couldn't have asked for better timing. You see, I was kind of hoping for a teeny tiny favor from you guys. Oh, what the hell are you? Eat it. Hey, we're all friends here, right? Here, let's roll off some introductions. Call me Phil. I'm just your average friendly contractor looking for some good business partners, so to speak. After hearing about your valiant accomplishments during this war, I just knew I had to work with you directly. That's why I was kind of hoping you'd put in a good word for me with the head honchos over at your guardhouse. Excuse me? And why would we ever do that for a lowly merchant? You sure you should be making that assumption? You could be missing out. I hate to brag, but my reputation is pretty up there. Who knows, you might even get your name out there for introducing me. Come on, don't let a guy down. Actually, here, maybe this will help convince you. Tobal slipped the soldier some Mira. Now, wait just a second. It's fine, it's fine. Think of it as a little gift if you want. So, what do you say, fellas? Good grief. Oh, we got no reason to turn this gift down. Bill, was it? We'll pass your name on, but I wouldn't hold my breath. That's what I like to hear. Wow. Ta-da! Color me impressed. Tell me though, where'd Phil come from? It's just one of the names I used to go by. But hey, I managed to sort out the nice and discreetly, right? Racers like you have definitely earned their name. Thanks for the help, Tobal. Thought I was going to have to resort to force, but I'm glad you were able to resolve things without even having to reach for your weapon. Ha, no problem. Anyway, are you alright, sister? Yes, thank you very much for your help. Rean? What are you doing here? Rosen? Oh, another acquaintance of yours? Yeah, she's in our first year, just like me. I'm glad to see you're safe and sound, Rosen. Likewise. Would you mind accompanying me to the church? Staying here for too long may draw unwanted attention. Sounds good to me. After you. After they walked to the church, Rean took the time to explain how and why they were in Celtic. So you're searching for the rest of Class VII. I can tell that you've been through some rather trying times. Well, I'm not the only one. Sounds like you had it rough too. You and Becky escaped together, didn't you? I hear Hugo's the one who told you how too. That's correct, though we did end up splitting up from him along the way. I've been taking shelter here ever since, all while praying as much as possible for everyone else's safety. Any chance you've heard anything about the other students, or maybe even the academy itself? We're trying to figure out as much as we can. Unfortunately, I don't know anything. That's a shame, but the important thing is that you're safe. Actually, on that note, is the provincial army always that bad? Kinda messed up that they're getting flat out hammered in the middle of the day. It's a relatively common occurrence, yes. They'll often get drunk and start breaking things or take goods from people's stalls without paying. It's not as though the merchants can do anything to stop it either. Nobody wants to have their goods there's that word again! Requisitioned. Why don't they just say stolen or something? I don't know. Sounds like the soldiers who aren't on the front lines have a lot of free time on their hands. Celtic hasn't been swept up into any battles so far, so yeah. Well, be sure to take extra care from here on out, Rosen. And make sure to give the soldiers a wide berth. Thank you for your concern. I'll be praying for you to be reunited with the rest of Class 7 soon. Thanks, that makes two of us.